Hello everyone, 5D here, otherwise known as 5DN, or Nick, or if you're my mother only, Nicholas, and I shouldn't be saying that because now people are going to fucking do my head in about it. Welcome to Beeping Deeply, a new weekly podcast for me, and I will have guests as well, mainly, guests soon, my fiancée, the gorgeous, incredible beautiful French maiden will be my guest pretty soon. I think actually in episode 2, but because of Corona, joy of joys, we're all hating that obviously. No more guests for a little while unless I work out how to get people across the internet. But I'm not going to talk for ages right now because you want to hear some music. This will be Blur. I'm also I produce music. This is partially a nice reason to have a little podcast too. And I could chat more, but I'll chat slightly more. I just want to mention that this podcast, this first one, is called Deep Feed. One little other thing I should mention: if you want to check stuff out, although you might get an infinite loop because I might have told you to check out my website to get the podcast link, and then you can hear the link and go to the podcast, the website, back and round in the infinite loop of doom. No, I'm joking. But deepnbeeper.co.uk. But let's just get on with what we're going to do. Just a quick rundown. This first one's going to be just generally all different genres, deep music, an hour that I feel is deep. And then after that, the podcasts are going to be more specifically, each one has a single genre or a single artist or topic, We're going to have stuff from drum and bass to IDM to ambient, chill out, Aphex Twin, a whole one to him, even David Bowie, another whole one to him. I say even because, everyone knows me, I'm an electronical nutter. That's the sort of lineup and what's going on. So now I will hand over to some music. Going to start with something that when you hear the beginning of it, you'll be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. An apt tune. I'll tell you who and what and why and everything afterwards. Alright, peace out guys. Here's the track. Whoop. Yes, I'm back. Hello everyone. That was nice. I like that track. Obviously, it was the original is Thus Spake Zarathustra by I'm not right off the top of my bat right on the top of my head right now. I can't remember who it's by, but it's called Thus Spake. Obviously, it was the intro to 2001: A Space Odyssey, the movie. If you're into Kubrick, yeah, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you're into sci-fi, you'll be like, what? Yeah. And if you don't know it, you must have heard it somewhere. It's one of those tracks. And that specifically actually is my little remash of it. I was like, oh, I love it. I wanted to smash it up. I wanted to sort of do an epic introduction to, actually it was my second album, which was sort of all about the whole universe, so I thought it was perfect. Slowed it down a lot, mashed up the melody a little bit, made it sound a bit more like Blade Runner. If you go back to check the original one, you'll be like, oh yeah, it's a little bit different. I was like, that is a challenge to tackle, to make that tune, to do a slight remix and not just make it worse or pointless. But I think I actually somehow managed to pull off quite a cool reversion of it. Anyway, I'm not going to chat for ages and ages. There will be differing amounts of time in my chat times. But yeah, next up we've got MIDI Sans Frontières by Square Pusher. Another like deepy tune. Deep. Yeah, it's great. It sounds lovely. And yeah, of course, Square Pusher, an absolute legend. So here we go. MIDI Sans Frontières. I think that was about pronunciation. Alright, see you on the flip side. Yes. Square Pusher, absolutely murking the melody there, harmonies and stuff. Yeah, he's a king of it. Love Square Pusher, you gotta love him. Just to let you know, on the subject of also Square Pusher and IDM and cutting edge music at the end of the 90s, Ortega were always awesome, and that music that you're hearing in the background while I'm talking is actually a Ortega mix of something called Bip by a lady, apparently, I assume, called Sophie. And just let you know what that was in the background. It's just on a little loopage. It's nice to have that in the background. So Ortega, Ledge, Sophie, not actually aware of. But I like, maybe I'll play the whole tune at some point. Probably not though, because you've got to squeeze a lot of stuff into this, and I just, so next up, Radiohead. Yeah, I mean, if you don't like it, this is not, don't quickly switch off thinking, oh my god, I need to slip my wrists when I hear this. This is, admittedly, a lot of Radiohead, I even find it, even though they are my favourite band, a lot of their music is a bit, oh god, oh no, kill me now. To be honest, some people like that, but this is not one of those tracks. This one has optimism to me, and it's just very beautiful. It sounds really deep. So here we go. It's All I Need by Radiohead. Running now.
I'm the next step
yeah. Yes, that is a tune. It sort of rises, doesn't it? It just rises and rises, almost like you imagine sort of an epic, I don't know what I'm trying to say, classical in a way, structurally and stuff like that. Anyway, couldn't have a discussion of deep music, in my opinion, without Roots Maneuver, who is, he smashes the deep diving, mental is not the right word, cerebral, that's a good word. Yeah, he gets it right a lot of the time, most of the time, I should say. And coming up is his track from his latest album, rather than the earlier ones, which are probably my favourites, but he's still just doing a great job of the deepness. This is Cargo, Roots Maneuver.
On a plane, firing high to keep the plane, keep the pain. Return shall be tied out. Never tire interstate. The case, the worst case in the first place, holding space. Well, that's the definition of a grown man vernacular. Back to back with the word power, the sonic. Heard of pearly white stuff covered in vomit. How sick do it get when you pay your due now? Knowledge of yourself shall stay with you. In the day when they say the dog's day is through. Can't say that the brain ever planted fruit. Old footman work step out of the loop, but the passion will speak without speaking. Original blueprint, don't need no tweaking. Surveillance reveal power of the spirit to learn your love and hold it unequivocal. We are leaving here alone. We'll be breathing easy when we go. So we're living here alone. We'll be breathing easy when we go. Acquire the stuff, we die and we leave here. Increase the suffering or relieve here. It's more power to the core belief here. The slogan is, and the nouveau rebel is trained to take the bait of big business. The global elite remain invisible. Minority rule will fuel the illusion. So I will stay blessed, I will stay. Dedicate to the quest, I will stay. Put patience to pay, I will stay. Unafraid to engage, I will stay. Evident to the enemy getting us to the plane that maintain the getting up. From a stronghold that can't be took down. Whole world to be ready to be shook down. We're leaving here alone. We'll be breathing easy when we go. So we're living here alone. We'll be breathing easy when we go.
Hello. That was amazing. Gotta love that. If you don't have a go at me. Just flick to another track further down the line, or wait patiently for a Beeping Deeply that has your favourite genre of music as the general subject. Every Monday we're going to hear this stuff. And yeah, there's going to be such a variety, because it's not about being genre unfluid. It's about loving all different music, from all over the place. There's hardly a genre that I don't like. Well, not entirely true. I did go once to a YouTube video called the most maddest, worst, craziest music genres ever invented. There's some pretty disturbing stuff out there. Of course, one of my favourites from that list was called Japanoise, which I don't think I'd spent any much time listening to. It sounds like industrial. Someone's just playing around in an industrial estate or like a factory and just killing the synthesizers in a quite unpleasant way. At least most of the ones I heard were like that. So yeah, not really a fan of Japanoise, but there's worse. There's really bad genres that exist. But also there's loads of amazing stuff. But in general, I like all different music from a lot of places. Anyway, stop rambling about that. I'm going to introduce Everywhere by Bram Vam next. Bram Vam, great artist, group that I'm not sure quite where from, somewhere in America, I think. They did a great album. I can't remember the name of it right now, but I used to listen to it a lot in my car when I was just hanging out and chilling as a teenager. You know, as you do in your car, sitting around, being not massively antisocial, but loitering, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Anyway, this is Everywhere by Bram Vam. Running now.
As long as we're getting a bit technical, I'd like to remind you that most women and children can perceive higher frequencies of sound than most men.
Faces everywhere you sing your smile, and every time you're not around doesn't matter, 'cause you're everywhere to me. Everyone you've ever known counts on you, waits for you to come through. Don't you know that you're gonna break through? And everywhere you came and left, you came in the name of love and left a wake of happiness and tenderness and sweet conflict, sweet conflict.
Yes, I almost feel like singing that song. It's so nice. I'm not going to, because you have ears that don't want damaging 5D frequencies in them at this time of Monday. Yeah, so that's not going to happen. I won't be singing anytime soon. I do like to try and attempt to make electronical noises from my favourite sort of electronic tunes sometimes with my vocal cords. Obviously they fail miserably. If I could make synth noises with my voice, I would be the best trippy beatboxer in the universe, which would be fun, but isn't going to happen anytime soon. Yeah, right, so anyway, on to the next tune, which is pretty cool as well. It's called And It's Alright by Peter Broderick. This specifically is the Nils Fram remix. Nils Fram being this, I don't know exactly where he's from right now off the top of my head, but he is a genius at playing the piano and just constructing that sort of, yeah, he does that sort of thing. This one's a bit more electronical, but it's still got the melodies from heaven. And yeah, here we go. Dropping it now.
The rocks in our hands, preparing
Yeah, that's a tune, isn't it? Yeah, liking that. And it's all right. I just broke my promise. I said I wasn't going to give you any 5D frequencies. Luckily, it was pretty subtle. It wasn't piercing, cat hurting music from my vocal cords there. So when I say that, the joke is, cats making weird noises, not hurting cats, because if you hurt cats, you're horrible. Yes, I want to be adored. Doesn't everyone? Now I think about it. To be honest, you know what this is reminding me of? I don't know if you've ever seen Alan Partridge, but I'm reminding myself of Alan Partridge. Not it just in a jokey way, just the way. Yeah, obviously I think he's more straight up hilarious, probably, because he's written to be that, isn't he? I hadn't thought about him for a while, and I watched a bit of it on Netflix the other night, and I was in hysterics. Alan Partridge is a funny show. Written by Armando Iannucci, a very surreal and incredibly good writer for the BBC. Anyway, I digress. This is not musical chat. I mean, obviously, you're going to get all sorts of chat on this show, but I digress. I don't want to digress too much from music. So moving swiftly on. So you might have heard of dubstep if you haven't lived under a rock for the last, however long. I do sort of preferably. It's sort of we like to call it 140 nowadays. It feels like, and I'm not talking about Skrillex. He killed it. He literally took the revolutionary dubstep and just made it hideous, at least in my opinion. But this is not like that. This is Komodo with a track called Hedge, H-E-J. Not your average garden hedge or field hedge. H-E-J is hedge. Not sure. There's some comedy in the sampling in this track. There's some dude, I've no idea, is it from a film, what's it from? But there's a man banging on about this hilarious sample, and I'll just let the tune speak for itself. So here we are, Komodo, dubstep ledge with hedge. I'm a poet, I didn't know it. Here we go, drop in.
I'm gonna tell you what it reminds me of. It reminds me of those people that smoke that pipe full of poppy or whatever the hell it is. And that's what those guys sound. If you call that music, I'm gonna tell you what it reminds me of. It reminds me of those people that smoke that pipe full of poppy or whatever the hell it is. And that's what those guys sound like. And I hope that you get that loud and clear, because I want them to know they're a bunch of nuts playing that music. And I don't think that's funny. And you know what? I think you're screwing for playing it. They were hopped up when they played it, but you're not because you played it.
Yeah, that is a good tune. Nice beats, nice bass, and perfectly good sample. So moving on, this one is another sort of type of music that you'll definitely be hearing over the next few Mondays, or however many Mondays you tune in. I don't really know exactly what to call it, but I do love it. The bleepy bloopy beginning, and well, it goes through it, it's just awesome. Great Corona, well, Corona's not great Corona tune naming, as in this is Amanu, music to stay in your house to, but it's specifically Bunshin's Go Outside remix. So yeah, good namings there. It's good namings for Coronas. Clever. I do like a clever tune name myself. It's always fun to name your tunes. So yeah, music to stay in your house to Amanu, the Bunshine and Go Outside race. I don't know whether that's Bunshine or Bunshin, but yeah, this is the tune. Run that. Yes, that is some heaviness. Yeah, so next up and penultimate tune in this podcast, Beeping Deeply, number one of the season is to come, is by Kano. I was introduced to Kano by one of my good friends, Gonzalo. Hope he's listening. If he is, this is a shout out to him for introducing me to Kano, who is a great London artist. Absolutely awesome. This is A Roadman's Hymn, which is just deep. You know, I'm not claiming to be a roadman, and but I can but I appreciate the hymn. It's deep, and it's just it's a combination of deep, insightful, thoughtful lyrics, and I also just love all his production. Whoever does his, whether it's him, I don't know, or his mate, probably both of them, his production, it sounds awesome. The sounds are so well crafted, the melodies are great, and you just get these like, they're so unique. So anyway, Kano, A Romance Hymn.
Whoa, whoa, over this east side, yeah, that's the settings. Work all day just for toast and spaghetti. Kids outside on road BMXing, and see drug dealers roll up, so who they wanna be like. Chaps chain gold, Averex jacket and a GTI Golf. Brown skin beauty in a pocket full of dough, and a presidential rollie frozen. So please don't ever act like you know, man. If you ain't from round here, we don't spot no hand. Wonder why we worship cars and clothes, man. We don't own land, so we're stuck in no man's. And gangsters are like superheroes to us. More chance of being them than a lawyer or doc. Idris live one road away, what's the odds? That's two black youths going straight to the top. Still repping that east side. Fuck your perception, first class and 5 stars. Hood up for breakfast, Claridge's for tea. Don't be disrespected. A hymn for the streets, let the hood niggas sing it like take off, watch the man them aim for that top. Champagne for the pain and Ciroc. God keep a road man safe on that block. All night we dream of that life. All night we prep for this fight. And to my dogs that hold me down. More life, more life. Please free the man them that's locked up. I ain't saying that they never fucked up, but where is forgiveness? Please free the man them that's locked up. I ain't saying that they never fucked up, but where is forgiveness? I remember when Bruno had the Punto and Manor had the Civic. Had to twang a bouncer to get in when I was spitting. Always had the vision that one day it would be different. Nas told a brother it was written. Champagne sipping, pan fried 2 fishes. Used to go Yankees for 1 pan chicken. You'd see me on road and feared uplifted. Yeah, I'm still about these English lyrics, blood I live it. I see enough man get caught up in the system. Yeah, man them sell drugs, but man them no business. The man that steals cars, that man there could fix it. If I didn't spit bars, could be behind him in the prison. Tell a kid he won't be shit, he won't be shit. I tell a kid like Will told me, you'll make peace, kid. And when that check came, I was with Smithy up in Camden. Then we popped champagne, but my mom's in a knees stand. Fuck about, we're celebrating. Take off, watch the man them aim for that top. Champagne for the pain and Ciroc. God keep a road man safe on that block. All night we dream of that life. All night we prep for this fight. And to my dogs that hold me down. More life, more life. Please free the man them that's locked up. I ain't saying that they never fucked up, but where is forgiveness? Please free the man them that's locked up. I ain't saying that they never fucked up, but where is forgiveness? Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Whoa, whoa. It's on top right now, cause I got my whole city turned up right now. Champagne for the pain and Ciroc right now. The man them are way up right now, stay up right now. Smithy looks about 300k up right now. The smile on the kid says it's blatant right now. And Jordan and Saraya's doing amazing right now. You know that means some motherfuckers hating right now. Gotta stop the sharking and the snaking right now. A hymn for the streets, niggas praying right now. Can I get an amen right now? Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, 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 yeah. Whoa, whoa.
Yes. Yes. I'll say it again. Yes. So that was Kano, sorry. A Romance Hymn. Now, this episode of Beeping Deeply podcast which is just like I said, is going to be a weekly thing. Mondays, all different genres coming up, different special shows and guests eventually. This one's called Deep Feed. I don't know if I mentioned that at the beginning, and it's because I'm just trying to play music that I feel is deep specifically. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to play one more tune. I'm just going to be a tune by me, Deep and Beeper. For Deep and Beeper stuff, you go to deepandbeeper.co.uk. That's deep and then N and then Beeper, all one word, .co.uk. Website I've got just all sorts of stuff there. Website created by my label and boss man and manager Nat. Shout out to Nat from Ambiel Music. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to the world too. But yeah, this is Deep and Beeper under G VIP. It's quite weird because I called it. Do you know what? You meant to call a tune a VIP when you have a massive hit, and then you come back and rehash it and call it VIP. This one wasn't a massive hit. I didn't actually release it even yet, and it probably never will be a massive hit. But it's deep and trippy, and just what people want Deep and Beeper will love. But I thought just liked it, so I thought I'd call it VIP. Anyway, there's no rules in music, whether that be how you create your music or whether that be how you name your tunes. So yeah, here it comes. Boom. Yeah, this is under G VIP, Deep and Beeper, sort of 140 trip out business. And I'm gonna say goodbye. And I'm gonna see you again in a week with my beautiful fiance Ambre, co-presenting a little bit. It's gonna be a chill out podcast. And yeah, here we go. Nice noises, trippy deepness, Deep and Beeper, under G VIP, unreleased. Bye then. See you on the flip side.
Do the right thing. You do the right thing, you go a long way. That's right. All I can tell any person, black or white, red or green. Try to live right, do the right thing, respect people, and you go forward. red or green. Try to live right and do the right thing, respect people, and you go for it.